This man is actually AI. Why WSOP got heat for this and what's happening now. And we've all seen her ass, but this week she acted like one too. We have these stories and lots of more on tonight on
You're a champion.
Hi, I'm Ryan Depaulo and welcome to the degen debrief, brought to you by my baby, CoinPoker. Sorry I missed last week, but I was just having the most epic cash session of my life, coming back against Linus Love for a 30k win. You could check that out here. Got called with 8 high correctly, but let's catch you up on last week and then we'll go into the big stories. An experiment that was saved by poker, as 4 astronauts who spent 378 days isolated from the world lost their mind, but poker kind of kept them together. NASA, who is doing straight up Mr. Beast challenges now, wanted to test the psychological torture of being isolated and alone. Apparently, they didn't have Joey the Mush's phone number. But poker ended up being the real savior of sanity because it was one of the few games and board games they had to play during the recreation time in the evenings. Helping with the loneliness and boredom, they weren't allowed to gamble for real money. Oh, I knew it, dude. Poker increases loneliness and boredom if you're doing it right. They weren't gambling. Alan Kessler tweeted out, oh, straight up porn, what's this?
Oh my god, this just happened. I just sat down at the machine.
Oh yeah, oh my god, letting the fucking money go up like that? I feel like I just took a blue chew.
I got dealt a royal flush on the bottom line. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, man, now you got all that ammo to lie about hand histories and suck at mixed games? And our last quick hit is that CoinPoker has launched a 7 deuce game at Fast and Furious tables, which have decreased time banks, automatic showdown at every hand, and the 5 big blind penalty if you win a hand with 7 deuce. They are super sick. The best part is, use code and you automatically win so much money. No one solved this format yet, so it's not like no anti-blitz, all robots are better. We got about 2 weeks. Speaking of robots, the WSOP have taken down their mega hyped and mega funded documentary series No Limit for re-editing after Alan Kessler exposed the production company for using AI to have him say statements. Whoa. The company that was given complete control to make the documentary had shot over 700 hours of footage at the WSOP Paradise in 2024. We had a whole fucking script written for this week, but now we had to rewrite it. In the real footage, Alan apparently said the N-word and talked about Jewish conspiracy so much that WSOP had no choice. They couldn't put out what he really said. Nah, he told me they put actual fucking words in his mouth. And it wasn't just making statements to make things more concise. He said that every time there was B-roll of him pretty much on screen, those were made up AI sentences. So what were the things that were misquoted? Look at this instance where AI really did change what he was trying to say. The real quote is, I actually do get a lot of joy out of, when someone's like really frustrated. And what AI output on salesman charlatan mode said, I like putting people in tough spots and testing their will and then ripping their heads off. That sounds 50 times more crazy and gay, and that's why Alan was mad about that phrase in particular. He doesn't care that much. The company, Artisans on Fire, said, we used AI technology in sequences during post-production totaling 10 seconds across 55 total minutes of episodes 5 and 6. As we've discussed with Alan directly, we should have consulted him on these editorial choices. Yeah, you think? And bro, only 10 seconds? Do you know how much shit you can ruin in 10 seconds? Yo, hold the baby monitor.
Do you like teenage girls?
When you say teenage, how are we talking?
The black is a better athlete to begin with.
Dustin Ionati, the founder of Artisans on Fire, goes on to say that episode 5, the one that's mainly featuring Alan, has, quote, received an overwhelmingly positive response. First of all, that's because Alan is cool as fuck. Dude invented fingering and kickflips, probably. We had a whole bit written about Maria Ho crying. It was going to be really good. But anyway, second of all, even if this is true, which I don't know that it was, you can't just fake footage of people saying shit that they didn't say without their permission and then shrug and go like, well, people liked it. Like, you deep fucked the coolest guy in poker. You should be apologizing, not rationalizing. Separately, as Alan's YouTube production team, wait, these guys are the ones who made his good vlog. What the fuck are you doing, dude? We know that people do dirty editing in reality shows. We actually accept that. You parse their words together and make them say shit like this. Alan Kessler, deep fuck my baby. Alan, who's giving you work, that's such a bitch move. Just fuck him like a regular director. Just to go behind his back and then have the robot do all the work. This isn't your wife's orgasm, dude. You gotta put in the human effort. WSOP responded to all this madness, saying they unfortunately had to take the episodes down and they're gonna re-edit them. This time with different inputs for the AI. I'd be so pissed if I was WSOP and you time this thing all year. The man responsible, Dustin Ionati, the founder of Artisans on Fire, said that he's an Emmy winner? Oh, before I completely destroy this guy, let's just look into this. He's What did he win an Emmy for? It's a huge accomplishment. I don't want to burn any bridges. He got an Emmy for putting together a 30 for 30 style Battle for Vegas 2 about a charity softball game. You could win an Emmy for that? I don't even want to play in a charity softball game. What the fuck? Well, maybe he beat some tough competition. CBS 8 NFL postgame show and Never Meant for Stillness about a hot surfer. Nah, I think we could burn this bridge. Did he use AI in this thing too? Listen to this.
Predictions are in, and both teams are ready for the game to get underway. But who will walk the walk?
Yo, this literally sounds like it's gonna do a hand breakdown for Wolfgang. And nobody runs better than Wolfgang with AI content, because him getting that episode pulled will give him a chance to edit me the fuck back in. I was playing with him at that table, might make the episode better, and tell them to cut the douchey chain. You can check that out last week. Anyway. Wait, Dustin had the balls back in April to tweet out an entire charlatan-style fucking post where he's saying how he can revolutionize the marketing of the industry, which is straight up type of scammer type of endgame talent talk, calling the entire poker industry creatively bankrupt. Dude, you had unlimited budget and resources, and you made fucking Ambient on YouTube 4 out of 6 episodes. Abby Grungerson, aka Abby Poker, set everyone in a frenzy when she criticized Club WPT's sketch that they tweeted out for sexualizing poker. I'm not kidding, and what I'm about to read you was not sarcastic. Another unbelievably disappointing post from Club WPT Gold. Abby said, "Part of having a platform is knowing how to use it." Said Abby, "What could possibly have been the point of this?" Abby asks, "Except to get clicks by demeaning women." Writes Abby Poker. "GTO players took this from us as if this is," went on to say Abby, "what you want to see? Women reduced to sex symbols in the industry?" Lame as fuck. Do better. Oh, okay, that makes sense. I thought she was criticizing them for sexualizing, like, to market poker. That's of course she would never do that. She meant like make a funnier sketch, right? No, oh no, wait, no. Come on. This is a funny rage bait troll. It's like if I tweeted out that Bluff and Bretsky are being irresponsible for posting slot content. Like, that's literally the only reason I'm here. Oh my God, she's calling out Jamie Kerstetter and Nikki Limo. I'm really disappointed. I'm shocked. My success has nothing to do with my appearance. Oh, Abby. How could she believe that, though? She's so obvious. I thought she was like Ebony Kenny and taking the free boost, which is totally cool. More power to you. I always gave her credit for being aware of it, and I assume she knew because she's so obvious about it. And then it's like, just take the free head start. You know you don't deserve to be ahead of all the vloggers that you just insta-passed because of how you look, but you're just taking it in stride and being cool about it, right? Right? It just, how could you be this unself-aware? It's like shocking. The only way this makes sense is if you hanging out with some dude all day who you've put in the friend zone and he just tells you he's happy to be there and is too scared to make a move. Like, I can't see it any other way. Like, how is it? What? This can't be. People are going way too hard on her, though. I mean, look, she shouldn't have called out the other creators. She's being a massive hypocrite. But Abby, you think if you looked like Alan Kessler and made your content... I just pictured Alan Kessler doing jumping jacks in a yoga suit or some shit. But yo, you would not be where you are, and everybody knows it. It's just like, it's an industry 95% men. It's just, look at your meteoric rise. Like, the ratio of people who will have known your name and know what you look like to those who have actually seen any of your vlogs or can name anything you've won, is that out of whack? What explains the gap? Come on. You think you'd have an MGM sponsor? You think you'd be on these live streams? Come on. I don't want to break your heart, because you are creative, and being pretty is a cool attribute. It's nice. I've done really well with it. Don't be hurt by this, but this lack of self-awareness is crazy. So everybody gave her backlash. Haley Hanna roasted her a little bit. I got in there. Everybody was blasting, and then it went too far. When Tim Pool, who played one fucking poker live stream, jumps in like, yo, bro, we got this. This is poker's retarded little sister. We will keep her in line. You just go make lazy content your own way. You know what I mean? You want to talk about lazily exploiting shit and morally, like, get the fuck out of here. A bunch of us fat, disgusting incels were also backlashing, calling Abby Poker mid and not that hot and all this shit when they have cartoons for avatars. And at first I was like, who the fuck are you guys? Yeah, shut the fuck up. You don't even show your face in your thing. But then I realized if you make your body your content, which she does, it's a little bit fair, but it is not nice. And then I just don't want to see a real person get hurt. And then once Tim Pool gets in there, portraying her as some hoe who's like infiltrating the poker poker world, that's not fucking fair either. She's a poker lover and fan who I think just naively saw what works in her videos. That's like YouTube 101, lean into what works. And maybe without realizing the full distribution of boners out there, she just leaned into what works, right? And so maybe it is a lot more naive than we thought. But that said, now that you know, you don't have a right to criticize anyone for sexualizing content, especially not in a sketch where the fucking person is filming a joke, knows she's being filmed, and it's not real. You know sketches aren't real? Like, do you have a sense of humor? That wasn't real. It's fucking retarded. I think she's trolling still. I want to give her credit for trolling, and I really hope it is. I really hope it is, because I like you, but wait, that means you guys might only like me for my looks, too.
What up? It's the Trooper.
Oh, the Trooper moment of the week. What have we got this week?
This is CoinPoker's code RDP Trooper moment.
We're gonna play some Wiggle Riches. We're being camped by 13 different people.
I can't help it but to laugh.
Who's ready?
Unfortunately, I am sick enough to know what Trooper's talking about when he mentions campers. These are people who just sit by these types of slots that have a must-win-by feature and wait for the number to get close to start playing. And I'm sure Trooper, though, obviously treats them well because just like him, they've also made slots to focus. He's among his people.
I could get shot in the back of the head right now by one of these gangsters. That's pretty good.
Didn't he sound like he was hinting at them to actually go through with that? Like, it sounded like when you're a kid trying to hint your parents what you want for Christmas. Like, man, I'm really loving this bonus. You know what else I would love? If someone would shoot me in the head.
We got a shaker. Oh, it's coming. That's it. Freedom of week, suckers.
Troop is the only person I think I've ever seen do competitive shit talk while playing slots. Like, bro, you're all grinding slot bonuses. There's no winners here.
Make the booty bounce on the dance floor.
Now, he doesn't deserve any applause. He called with King Jack.